Hey, what's up, you guys? Your boy Addict doing it again, bringing you another action figure review. This is the DC Multiverse Mattel Kyle Rayner Green Lantern. Mouthful. Anyway, let's just jump to this review real quick. So, he comes with the two accessories that you see in his hands that he's holding. I really like that. Really like that lantern there. And then you got the back there with all that detail. If you can see it, it's really dope. I like it. He can hold it only in this hand, I believe. Then he got this blast effect right here, which is really dope. I really like that. You can remove that from his hand. And then he got his ring, which they sculpted his Green Lantern ring, which is really dope. Really like that. He also has a lot of blue shading in his hair, which you can see right there, which is really nice, really good. The only the only QC issue, the only imperfection you can see right there, it's a little bit of green splotch there going down, running down his face. So it's not too bad. It's not that noticeable. Also see the sculpting in his Green Lantern suit. Then you can see the boots. You can see the back of him. You see his Green Lantern butt. See all that. So let's just jump into the articulation. So the articulation for Mr. Kyle Rayner. His head can look up, not really at all. So that's going to piss a lot of people off. He can look down about that much. His head, no tilt or anything, but it can go full 360 if you want it to. His arms go out about that much. And he does have a bicep swivel. He has a single jointed elbow. He does have a full 360 wrist rotation and a hinge. And you can't really swivel right there in his arm. He does have an ab crunch that goes forward a bunch, but doesn't really go back at all. So that's kind of weird. I don't know, Mattel. A full 360 rotation in the waist. His legs go out ridiculously. Full splits there. He does have an upper thigh cut. He has it looked like double jointed knees. And he does have a boot rotation. He has a hinge in his foot, and he does have a boot rotation that can go full 360. And that's about it for Mr. Kyle Rayner. That's about it. Yeah, so I wanted to kind of like get him in a pose where he's trying to power up his ring. It's not easy. Like, it's very easy to get that blast effect on, but trying to get him to hold the lantern is a little tricky. It's not. I mean, you kind of have to open that grip hand a little bit. I don't know, for some reason. I mean, I just got this figure, so maybe I'll figure out a more easier way to wedge it in there. But it, it, it's a little tricky. It's not too bad. It's not too difficult. But I really like this figure. I really like the sculpting on him. I really love the sculpt work. Like I said in my previous reviews, it's usually hit or miss with Mattel. But when they do hit the mark, they do hit it. And their last multiverse line that they have out, well, it's starting to hit shelves, I guess. Um, I really do want I want that Alfred. I want that multiverse Alfred figure. Um, that's like my most highly anticipated figure to get. I mean, I already have an Alfred Pennyworth, but this is a more like updated comic book version. Dare I say, from the Rebirth comic books, which most of these figures are. They're based in it on the Rebirth comic. Even Kyle Rayner here. Now, funny, ironically, my first introduction to the Green Lantern was Kyle Rayner. When I was a kid watching Superman the animated series. That's the first time I saw a Green Lantern, and it was Kyle Rayner. Now, everybody knows that Hal Jordan is the most well-known and recognized Green Lantern, but my first Lantern I was introduced was Kyle Rayner. So, ironically, um, but I really like his costume design. This outfit really is based on the older comics version, but Even though that I didn't get him brand new in the box, pretty much the box was describing this based on the new Rebirth Green Lantern comic book, which I haven't read yet. I need to get on that, by the way. But yeah, so basically, I really do like Kyle Rayner. Besides Hal Jordan, I say that Kyle Rayner and John Stewart are my next two favorite lanterns. Definitely my top three favorite lanterns. I really like Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern suit. Like the design of his suit is really dope. I really like it, and I like how good a job Mattel did it in sculpting this suit. So I'm really very pleased with it. The articulation is good for me. I mean, I'm not a huge articulative person with my action figures. I always prefer the sculpt first, but for people who may have concerns about the articulation, it's good, but you might not enjoy it. Like you might not want it because he can't lift his head all the way up like for flight poses and things like that. So just keep that in mind if you do want to think about picking this figure up. But this figure eventually he will become a rare item, because like the other multiverse figures, I'm seeing crazy prices on eBay, and I wanted the Jessica Drew Green Lantern figure, but she's going on eBay for like $50, $60. It's crazy. So I don't know, but I like this figure. I say he is worth a pick up, minus the articulation. But yeah, so this has been my review of the DC Multiverse Mattel Green Lantern Kyle Rayner at doggone action figure. Till next time, guys. See ya.